Hey guys, Open Air Guy here. Today we are heading up into the Wallowa mountain range, doing some backpacking. We're headed up to Ice Lake. So I figured I'd give you guys a bit of a trail review and some details on it. So yeah, I'm here. If you want to find out some of the adventure that happened on the way driving here, watch the previous video. I've got my stuff almost packed up here, and Titus is laying here getting ready to go. He'll have his little pack on there. Anyway, so what you guys want to do in order to get to here, Ice Lake, you're looking for the Wallowa Lake trailhead, which how you get there, you go to Joseph, Oregon. We got a topographical map here, Joseph, Oregon, and then once you get to Joseph, you want to come around Lake Wallowa on the Wallowa Lake Highway to Wallowa Lake State Park. If you go keep left and go all the way up to the end of the road here, you'll get to the trailhead. Ice Lake, our destination's right in here. We're going to be camping up in this area. Take the trail up. You split off here. This map is showing about 2.1 miles from this point and about 0.5 miles from here to here. So it's showing about 2.6 miles to the cutoff. An old map I had that more at like 4 miles, so which I'm more inclined to believe. So I'm not entirely sure. I just bought this map. I'm not entirely sure I'm liking it too much because I'm not sure about these numbers. Anyway, because it gives from the trailhead to the Ice Lake here, gives about a 5-mile distance, and that's not what I remember it being. It was more like 8. Anyway, first off, you want to stay left. Once immediately after the trailhead, you want to stay left. You're going to take it up here, and according to this map, 0.3 miles later, you're going to run into another fork. If you go right, you're gonna cross the west fork of the Wallowa River right here, and then you start to head up Mount Chief Joseph Mountain. I have done that trail too. That one is a fairly rigorous one. Last time I was on it, it was not well maintained, so there was a bit of bushwhacking and stuff. And crossing the creek, we had to build our own bridge. Anyway, but you want to stay to the left if you're going to Ice Lake here, and then followed up another, according to this map, 0.2 miles. You're going to run into another intersection. You want to stay right on that one, because if you go left, you end up at Android Lake, or coming back down to the trailhead. So you want to stay right on that one, and then follow it up until you get to this fork here. It's fairly noticeable. It's pretty good split in the trail, and short ways down it there's a nice little open area with some logs. You can sit and take a rest, or maybe even camp there. Then you cross a well-made bridge and climb the side of the mountain up to Ice Lake. Anyway, it's a really nice area up there, and I'll go ahead and show you guys a bit of the trail and some of the destination. Okay, so here we are at the trailhead, the actual trailhead. It's a parking lot down there. I'm parked down that way. Anyway, I've got my backpack ready and on. Titus has his on, and food is all on one side, so it's lopsided. Yeah. So I'll walk up till the first fork here, because it's literally right off the trail here. Show you the first fork, and I'll show you each fork, or each way you need to go to get to Ice Lake as I get there. Here's the sign: East Fork Wallowa. West Fork, Chief Joseph Trail. So we're going the West Fork. So we go right. Like I said, literally right off the trailhead. Hey guys, so I'm about 5 minutes up the trail. If my memory serves me correctly, this is probably, first little bit is probably the most aggressive you're going to run into on this trail. So here it is. Not too bad. Places where you've got to step over some rock. Moderately high steepness. Not too bad. Got to watch your feet a little bit around some of the rocks and stuff. You will run into horses occasionally, because there are trail rides based out of the state park. So just watch for those. Proper procedure on that. Horses have right away, because they're a lot bigger than you. So stand off to the side, stay calm, don't move suddenly, and let the people go by on the horses. If you have dogs with you, keep them under control, because horses oftentimes spook easily, and dogs are one of the most spooky things apparently. Anyway, yeah, we're not quite to the, wait, I think I see it up ahead, second fork. So if you head off that way, you end up crossing the river that's just right over there and heading up Chief Joseph right there. But this way goes towards 6 Mile Meadow, Eagle Cap Wilderness area, and Ice Lake, which is where we're headed. All right, so I'll catch you guys at the next intersection. So I lied. This is probably the most aggressive bit. Quite a bit of rocks. You gotta watch your footsteps pretty good. Not quite stair step steepness, but close. Okay, here's that, what would it be? Third fork. So the horse trail, horses usually, for the horse rides, they usually take that trail. And it just kind of loops back around over to the other side. And if you take a right, head up towards Aneroid Lake, if you take a left, head back down to the state park. But again, we're going this way because we have another destination. All right, I'll catch you guys later. The next intersection is probably another, I don't know, like I said, I thought it was like 3 or 4 miles, but my map only seems to think it's about 2.5. So I'll see you guys there. So I lied again. I'll see you sooner. I'm actually not too many minutes after the last clip, but I think, again, if my memory serves me correctly, that is probably the most aggressive portion of the trail. It's the first half mile or so. Right about here, it seems to level off more. We kind of head up the valley till we get to that fork, and then from there it's pretty well steady up to kind of an intermediary meadow there. Fairly level across that, and then steady switchbacks again. Now, something I forgot to mention earlier, all along this trail you do have access to water, for the most part. Along here, the creek is running way down there, so you don't actually want to climb down there to get water, because the trail does actually come down by the water, and it's not very far between, so carry half a liter to a liter of water with you and you'll be good till you can get to easy water access. And then as we go up the side of the mountain towards the lake, at the far end of the switchbacks, many of those you'll have easy access to the water kind of at the turnaround points. So easy water access along a lot of the way up the trail. First best one is at the intersection coming up here, where it crosses the river at that bridge. Really easy water access. Get water from there, fill up, then probably another couple miles till the next best water access. All right, so again, nothing else interesting happens. I'll see you at the next intersection. So here we are with something interesting before the cutoff. The water is flowing very nicely. And I do not remember it ever being that clear down in that area. Last I remember, I thought most of that was still fairly thick with brush and forest and stuff. So there has been a lot of water that has gone through there since I've been up here, which again has been a couple years. Anyway, yeah, wasn't usually that wide and open. So another interesting thing, this is the river here. Again, last time I was here, logjam wasn't there, river was much smaller. Titus, no, where are you going? Come on, we'll go to the water in a bit. My little mountain dog. And this wasn't here. I was not washed out like that. So you know that in the last couple of years there was a lot of water flowing. My guess would be it was this last year. So we had quite a bit of snowfall quite a bit more than normal. So I'm actually hoping the bridge is still intact. If not, we'll have fun. All right, so here we are at the, what would it be, fourth intersection here. Pretty easy to tell. Two very well defined trails here. This one heads up to 6 Mile Meadow and kind of the back end of Yellow Cap Wilderness. And here we have a sign that tells us West Fork of Wallowa Trail, Wallowa, not Walla Walla. Either way, Ice Lake Trail right up that way. Giant log here. It's easy to tell. Hard to miss a big old log that's just sitting there. Anyway, river. It's just a short ways down this trail here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a waterfall right up there. We're going to be hiking up on the right side of that waterfall, kind of right up the side of the mountain. The switchbacks all the way up. Now this peak right here that you see between these two trees is Craig Mountain, I believe. It's like, oh, I don't remember. I'd have to look at the map. I want to say 7,800, but I don't know if that's right. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna head down to the water here, take a bit of a break, fill up some water, and then get hiking, because we're gonna most likely end up hiking in the dark for a bit, and I want to do that as little as possible. Because I don't have a radio, and the people I'm meeting, not quite sure where they're camping. I have a general idea, so I'll find them. But yeah, anyways. So I'll show you guys the river once I hike down to it. Not more than, I don't know, 100 yards from the cutoff there. And things look a little different. I'm betting the bridge was washed out. Yep, sure enough. The bridge used to be right here. You can see some of the base of it there still. Yeah, this looks a lot different. This is like it may have been a couple years though since this has happened. Nice little camp spot here if this is where you want to hunker down. Fire pit. So the new bridge, if I'm seeing through the bushes right, is up here. It's a little different than when I was here last, but still quite doable. All right, well, I'm gonna try to find a place and get a bit of water, and then we'll start the hike up the side of the mountain there. So I'm here at the next water point after the cutoff there. See the creek runs down over the rocks there. This trail here goes to a level spot right around the corner. You can fill up there, and that's probably really the only water point between the cutoff and the meadow, which is not too far up that way. The meadow does have the creek running through it, so it is possible to get water there. Anyway, I'm good on water, so I'm not going to grab any more. But stop to take my pack off. Titus is licking my legs. Take a breather. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys up in the meadow. Just about to take off here, but I wanted to kind of show you guys the trail a bit here. This is mostly what it's like for, well, most of the way up, actually. There's a few sections that are steeper than this. One section back a little ways as you came around a switchback that's pretty aggressive. It's actually a little bit more aggressive than the place I was pointing out at the beginning of the trail. Mostly because it's loose rocks and was slightly steeper. Anyway, this is kind of what you're looking at for the trail most of the way up. This stuff quite a bit like this. Yeah, so now I'll catch you guys in the meadow. Alright guys, we are just hiking into the meadow now. There's the probably the largest portion of the waterfall. Well, I don't know. One of the largest drops. But that right there is the one we can see from the cutoff way down there. Anyway, we've got this flat little meadow here. And I call it a meadow. But trees are growing up. Anyway, I guess that still kind of makes it a meadow, or it still can qualify as a meadow. Anyway, it'll be a little bit level through here. You can get water at one of the creeks that flows through. And then it'll be the last stint up the side of the mountain. Yeah, so getting close. It's starting to get dark though. Well, not dark, but getting closer. So pretty sure we'll be pulling into camp in the dark, which is okay, just not ideal. All right, I'm probably gonna take a little rest break here, and I'll catch you guys probably at the top near the lake, because I do need to try to make time here. So, look what I ran into. He was sitting right there when I came up around the corner. A couple more steps and I could have reached out and touched him. Try this. Sit. Okay, you stay. I don't want him rushing off and losing his pack, but there he is still. Always makes the trail enjoyable. Alright, so we are at the point where the switchbacks are officially over. We start heading in towards the lake. So it looks like, kinda. You can see Craig off up there. Hear the water down there. You have a fires prohibited beyond this point sign. Anyway, so it is starting to get dark here. We just have to hike into the lake, around the lake, and then up a little ways above the lake to where we're camping here. So almost to the lake. I'm walking mostly on level ground. Pace has picked up quite a bit, but I almost think I've forgotten how to walk on level ground. I'm doing so much up. Anyway, creek's right down there. This is kind of your view as you come up towards it. I forget which one exactly, but one of these two is Matterhorn. Here's Craig, and there's Raspberry. And of course, it may be too dark to see any of this. But anyway, GoPro usually does pretty good at low light, so I'm sure you see some of it. Yeah, so lake is literally right over there. Getting close. And there it is. The lake. It's not yet flashlight darkness. Oh boy. Oh fun. That log, okay. There used to be a log right up over here. Those is an option, or this one. Titus, wait. Okay, come on. You got it, come on. Good boy, come on. Good boy. Okay, let's go. Oh boy, and more up. Ugh. Come on. All right, so now it's a jaunt around the edge of the lake to the campsite. Well, and then a bit of a climb to the campsite. But I'll catch you guys there. Alrighty, so I have technically arrived on the other side of the lake, up about one level on the other side, but wasn't able to connect with my party. Called and whistled, but nothing. So I'm gonna camp here tonight, find them in the morning. Yeah, so I'm gonna put my hammock between there and there, I think. It's a little far, but we'll see how it goes. Try to get me bedded down for the night, because I am bushed. Alright guys, so if you want to keep seeing more of this, like my videos, subscribe, share. The more you share and subscribe and all that good stuff, the more videos you'll get to see. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video.